Alright, boys, we are here with our NFL game week 8 picks. That was not the way to say that. That was actually bad. Week 8 predictions. Here we go. Starting with Thursday Night Football. Vikings versus the Chargers. I will be going the Chargers here. Listen, Vikings are not a bad team. I'm just not the biggest fan of Carson Wentz over there until they, get J.J. McCarthy back. Vikings will be on and off. They won't really be that full potential team that they can be. Carson Wentz is just okay, which is why he's a backup quarterback now and not a starter anymore. He's just not Carson Wentz prime. And Chargers are looking good. Justin Herbert is looking good, so I'm going Chargers here. Going into the 1 o'clocks, Dolphins versus the Falcons. I will be going the Dolphins here. This might be the upset. Hear me out. Falcons are weird. Falcons like to beat the good teams and lose to the bad teams. Dolphins being a bad team, I don't know, bro. Maybe this is L logic. This makes no sense, but that's what I'm going with, bro. It's my upset of the week. Dolphins beating the Falcons, and also being a Bucs fan. Screw you, Falcons. Jets versus the Bengals. I'm actually going to go Bengals. I was debating the Jets, but Joe Flacco has brought the Bengals back. If it was Jake Browning, I honestly might say Jets here if Jake Browning was still playing, because Jake Browning was playing horrendous. But no, Joe Flacco and Jamar Chase finally got that connection going. They got their quarterback going. Joe Flacco is getting it done. Joe Flacco will get Bengals their wins, the needed wins, until Joe Burrow returns. So yeah, I'm going Bengals here. Bears versus the Ravens. I'm actually going to go the Bears. Listen, Ravens, I don't know what they're doing this year. They're on and off. They have injuries. They don't look good. Coaching issues. I don't really know what's going on over there. They're not the same old Ravens we've seen from the last several years with Lamar Jackson, ever since Lamar Jackson became starter over there. Yeah, they're just not the Ravens. The Bears are the opposite. They're starting to go on the upside, right? Coaching is finally getting it together. Caleb Williams finally getting it together. The team's finally getting it together. The team's looking good. Bears are actually looking good. So, yeah, I'm going to go the Bears here. Browns versus the Patriots. I will be going the Patriots here. Even though Browns are way better than their record. What, 2 wins? Way better than their record. And that's not even close. What are they, 2-5? I might be wrong on that. Yeah, I think it's 2-5. I don't think they had a bye yet. Yeah. They're way better than that, but also Drake May is going crazy. He is throwing dimes over there. Patriots are looking good. Their studs are starting to work together. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go the Patriots here against the Browns. Giants versus the Eagles. I'm going to go the Giants. Hear me out. This is going to be the Eagles' kryptonite. Jackson Dart will now be the Eagles' kryptonite. We've seen what happened the first time. I think Jackson Dart's going to get it done again. I don't see Jackson Dart losing another game. Definitely after last week. Definitely letting Broncos put up 33 points in the fourth quarter. No. Giants are not losing back-to-back weeks. Another upset of the week for me, but listen, I'm going to go Giants beating the Eagles here. 49ers versus the Texans. 49ers don't even have to, think about this. Didn't have to hesitate here. Texans look horrendous. Every time they get points, it's by some luck, some miracle. They're the most Looney Tune team to watch right now. I don't know what is even going on over there. CJ Stroud needs to, get it together. The Texans need to get it together as a team. And honestly, 49ers are not doing too bad. Mac Jones is actually getting it done for them. CMC is still looking good. Their defense is still looking good. Even with the injuries, 49ers are getting it done. So, I'm going to have to go 49ers here. Bills versus the Panthers. I'm going to have to go Bills here. And I think Panthers will put up a fight. I think it could go back and forth because, honestly, Bills' defense is looking horrendous. So, for fantasy-wise, if you have any Panthers offensive players, maybe you want to start them. I don't think that would be a bad move with how bad Bills' defense is doing this year. But at the same time, it's Josh Allen, one of the MVP runners. He's going to get it done. And, yeah, Panthers just aren't great. Even though Bills have that dog doo-doo defense, it's Bills, and they will win this. Bucks versus Saints. Who do you think I'm going to go here? Obviously, the Bucks. But, listen, Saints are just not looking too great. Spencer Rattler, he can have a good game, but at the same time, the team overall is just not great. You can't even really blame it on Spencer Rattler. The coaching isn't great. Defense isn't great. Offense could have more weapons, right? Spencer Rattler's kind of, working with some doo-doo people, right? He doesn't have the greatest weapons over there. And Baker, Bucks are one of the better teams this year, obviously, having only 2 losses, being 5-2. One of the most dominant offenses. Did Baker have a horrendous performance last week? Yes, he did, but he's also Baker Mayfield, and he's not going to play like that back-to-back weeks. So I think this is his redemption game. We also lost Mike Evans, so the whole Bucks right now, we're just kind of like depressed, and we need a win. So I think we're going to go in here, get our momentum back. I think we might start off slow because of how we played last week and losing Mike Evans and the fan base, and we're just all kind of depressed. But yeah, we're going to play slow, but once we get our rhythm, I would say like second quarter, We're going to be back. We will beat the Saints. Titans versus the Colts. Colts. Easily. In my opinion, Titans are the worst team in the NFL. I know Jets have the worst record, but Titans, in my opinion, are the worst team in the NFL. They're just so bad. Cam Ward is so bad, but Cam Ward did have a nice throw last week. He had some nice throws last week. He was starting to come back, but even if Cam Ward starts playing like Cam Ward, the team's not there, bro. The coaching sucks, which is why their head coach got fired. The defense isn't getting it together. Yeah, I'm just going to have to go Colts here. And also, I mean, we don't even have to roast the Titans. Whether Titans were even playing decent, look how the Colts are playing. Jonathan Taylor has having multiple 3 TD games. So Jonathan Taylor's one of the best running backs this year, if not the best running back this year. Daniel Jones is playing for MVP / comeback player reward together. Is that a thing? Has a player ever done that? Won MVP and comeback player of the year? Is that even allowed? I don't know, but that's how he's playing. And he can win both of these rewards with how he's playing right now. Awards, my bad. But yeah, no, Colts are looking dominant. I'm going to have to go Colts here. Cowboys versus the Broncos. Woo! This is actually going to be one of the better games of the week. This is going to be a fun one to watch. I think I'm going to have to lean Cowboys. I hate saying that. Listen, and I like the Broncos. I like Bo Nix. But obviously, they struggle a lot. I mean, we've seen that. They struggled against Giants. And I'm not even trying to disrespect Jackson Dart and the Giants. Obviously, they're not top tiers. So if Broncos, want to beat the top tier teams, Cowboys have a really dominant offense. But Broncos have a very dominant defense, which is why I said this is going to be a fun game and it's going to balance out. But can Bo Nix really get it done against the Cowboys defense? We'll see. Like I said, this is going to be close. This is a hard one. I'm not just saying Cowboys are going to wipe them, right? Like, I had to really think about this one when I was before I hit record. But I just think Dak Prescott's playing amazing. The George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb duo has been amazing ever since they've both been healthy. When they're both healthy and they're both together, very dominant duo. One of the better wide receiver duos this year. So I'm going to have to go with the Cowboys. Sunday Night Football, Packers versus the Steelers. Going to be another good game here. This is going to be a fun one. This is actually going to be a game that I'm going to want to stay up for and not try to fall asleep for or anything. Sunday Night Football, Packers versus Steelers. I'm going to have to go... I'm going to go Packers. I'll go Packers, man. This one is the hardest one by far, obviously. Both dominant teams here. Both quarterbacks playing well. Jordan Love doing his thing on the Packers. A-Rod doing his thing on the Steelers we've seen last week. But I will say, I think Packers are a little more dominant than the Steelers. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit is all I'm going to say. If Micah Parsons hits A-Rod one time, he might send an A-Rod into a retirement home anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to go the Packers here. Monday Night Football, Commanders versus the Chiefs. As much as I hate saying this because I'm a Mahomes and Chiefs hater, I mean, I'm going to have to go the Chiefs here. And the biggest reason is Jaden Daniels is out. If you guys didn't hear the news, Jaden Daniels will be out for this week. Marcus Mariota will be playing. And I'm not the fan of Marcus Mariota these days. Marcus Mariota Prime was a different breed. Now he isn't, hence why he's a backup. Yeah, Chiefs are just going to get it done. They're going to take advantage of Commanders not having their starting quarterback. They're going to get the win. And it's prime time. You know how Chiefs are in prime time, bro. It's like, oh my God, it's a different breed, bro. It's like they're unstoppable in prime time. This normal Sunday during the day games, yeah, you can beat the Chiefs. They be dog crap. But prime time, they want to show up and they do their thing. So, hate to say it, but I'm going to have to go Chiefs here. All right, and that is my Week 8 game picks. Those are all my predictions. You guys tell me your predictions down below in the comments. I want to see y'all's. And maybe an upset. Or if you don't want to type all that, yeah, just give me one upset of the week. Actually, or put some of these. Who do you think, like, because these two games are going to be close. Let me see who you guys think. Cowboys versus Broncos and Green Bay versus Steelers. Those two games are pretty close there. You guys tell me your winners for those. But, yeah, hope you all enjoyed this video. Drop a like, sub if you're new, and I'm going to catch you all in the next one.